Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to hashtag Two Broken Escalators number 14. Today, I am joined by the crusher of lasagna, the marinator of chicken, the tomato sauce bather himself. You could bring him home to your parents. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Kyle Jordan. How you doing today?
You always end it with the best compliment. You really
I'm a
do.
nice guy.
It's the best one. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the most interactive podcast on Twitch.tv. If you enjoy what you hear today, check out youtube.com/noblehamil.
Stop.
I had to get it over with, right?
Get all the plugs over with early. So, we missed last
What's
week,
going on?
chat. We missed last week, just to let you guys know. I was dying. Kyle had a severe case of scoliosis, so we figured might as well take a break. But we're here.
We're good.
I fixed the scoliosis. I'm actually up right now.
Scoliosis case.
We're here. We have some hot topics to get into. Not to be confused with the clothing line. Unless you want to sponsor us, Hot Topic. I'll wear your little boy clothes.
Or girl. Or both.
I'll wear your little girl clothes, Hot Topic. News to get out of the way first. How you want to tell people how you're doing?
Oh man, how am I doing? Terrible. I had to go back to work. No, I've been working from home for 6 months, so I finally had to make the trek back. I did some math today, actually. So there was a rumor going around that you were going to be given 10% to stay home. Like,
wait, you did meth?
The option. What?
You did meth?
10%.
No, you said meth.
Oh yes, I did meth, and I came to a realization.
Okay.
About math. It was weird.
Strange.
So the option that our union tried to negotiate was that if you wanted to work from home, you would take a 10% pay cut, right? And we thought this would be up to us, and for some people, it's worth it, right? So if you start to factor in the commute, I'm pretty on the low end for commute, and my commute's about 8 hours per week in total, right? So it's about an hour there, 45 minutes back, give or take, depending on traffic or whatever, depending on traffic lights. But that's on the low end for people who take the train. I'll get to that, Eric. Don't worry. So I was heavily considering staying from home. Right, it's less than $100 a week that I'd be giving up, but then also, the amount of money I spend on like coffee and food. Sorry, that's caffeine.
Coffee.
I need people to understand me sometimes. Like food, drinks, gas, stuff like that, probably adds up to more than I would be saving on the 10%, right? So, I was one of the people who was like, yeah, I'll work from home. I'm able to actually get stuff done during the day while I'm home. Because it's not like strict, you have to sit at your computer, they give you a little trust.
Yeah, you're a take a break, jerk off, and get back to it type of guy.
Yeah, and they don't let me do that at work. So
I get in trouble for that, weirdly enough.
So I'm forced to just waste so much time there, where I'd be a lot more productive at home, and I have been for 6 months. I was definitely much happier being at home. It was. So I was gonna say it's very upsetting to be stuck at home.
There's an interesting perspective on that. Like when you're working at a brick and mortar store, there's a lot of just fucking dead time you have. Like, unless you're a chef and you're constantly working, if you have an office job and you're working at a brick and mortar store, there's a reason why you see so many people spending their time on Reddit or Twitter or watching sports when they're at work. The actual work that you have to do in a day is like 3.5 hours, and then you're just stretching time most of the day. If you're decent at your job, there's really not a lot of work to do at all.
Yeah, especially with my job, I have a list of things I need to get done by the end of the day, and I do the same kind of things every day. There varies day to day, but for the most part, I'm able to get everything done before the day's halfway over.
I actually don't know what you do still, and I really don't want to know.
It's just back office type work. Like, explaining it would be more boring than I doing actually work.
Oh, nice. Freelancer as a part-time, that's the wave. As the internet age increases, that's the wave.
Yeah.
So, with you actually in a good mood for once, you actually in a good mood, with us both having eaten for once before the podcast,
That never happens.
There was some good news for me. Before I get into my rant, there was some good news for me. It was just some hockey related news, so I won't go too far into it because I know not everyone's a sports fan. The Buffalo Sabres, my hockey team, made a big trade. I'm very excited about it, so that put me in a good mood right before the podcast. If you're here live, you saw my reaction, but otherwise, if I'm feeling a little bit happier than you might know, then that's why. But let's push all that happiness aside and let's get to why I'm pissed off.
Oh no, here we go.
Have you ever thought of what you would look like as a girl?
Have I ever thought about it?
Yeah.
I've probably thought about it, but I've never given it more than a minute. Like if I would like be attractive or if I look good. Yeah, where'd you get this idea from?
Because apparently, our good friend Cody, fan of the show, family friend,
Thank you, Pup.
often thinks about this.
Often?
Like, okay, maybe not often. I don't want to put words in his mouth. He has thought about it several times in the last 2 months.
I think I'd look as good as the drawing that Strawberry put in the Discord.
Exactly.
That's the extent of how good I'd look.
Not only that, Cody also thinks that he'd be a good-looking woman.
Cody, clarify. I need to hear exactly what.
So we went through this whole discussion, and apparently, like, so Izzy just brought that up in chat. I wonder what I look like as a boy. Girls think about that all the time.
I'm sure you'd look great.
Yeah, sure you look great, Izzy. Girls think about that all the time, right? They tomboy, it's style and everything. I have never once in my life until the past week or two, when Cody started bringing this up, not interested in this really, never thought about it. Exactly. I felt like I was the weird one because we were sitting there thinking about it. I was talking to, again, friends of the show, family friends, Cody and Jake, and they were like, yeah, well, I've thought about it. I was like, what? Like, am I the...
Too?
Yeah.
No, that's not me.
Like,
okay, I can't say I've never thought of it. Like, I've paid it a thought, but it had to have been years.
It's like
and years
the
and years
exact...
ago and just like
yeah, it's like... You pay the thought on whether or not you'd be a girl. You pay the thought on like whether or not you want to kiss me, Kyle. Like these are just like things that slip through your mind.
Well, one of those things is not like the other.
The girl thing is kind of weird.
Yeah.
If I were born a girl, I'd have good reason to believe I'd be attractive. See, like, I disagree with that. So, no.
Okay. Oh, hold on. If Luke was here, he'd bring up a story. So I feel like to give him the due diligence of Luke being here. There was one time we were, I want to say 21 for the story, but in real life we were 18 or 19 drinking. And someone brought up a topic just like this. And in my drunken stupor, I said something like, I'd suck the best, whatever around. And they never let me live it down. I was like, yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't let myself live it down either. So they always bring it up now whenever something like that happens. Oh no, I was turned up a lot.
Yeah. I
was turned up a lot. Yeah, so that...
Anyway.
Whenever anything like that gets brought up, that's what they say. That without a doubt, I would.
It would just like... The fact that they actively sat on these thoughts just... It almost broke my brain. Like, you think you know a guy your whole life, and then he just, like, always pictured himself as a lady? Like, it really, really confused me. It really confused me. And it confused me more so because Jake did it, because he's so traditional. Like, if you guys don't know, I'm sure you'll
very conservative.
Know him more over the years, but he's very conservative, very traditional. So the fact that he thought about it was super weird to me. But the fact... I don't know. I just, like... I never once thought about it, and they're like just looking in the mirror, just like putting on lipstick and being like, I wonder what I'd look like. And it's just like, it's not something I do. Like, it's okay, but it's just not something I do. I'm just not going to sit in front of the mirror and put on lipstick and be like, well, how pretty would I actually be?
A lot of people don't, but I think more people do than we think.
It wouldn't surprise me.
You're not going to go out and tell people that. It's still very taboo in today's culture, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think people will go out and say it.
Did you see... Well, Cody would be a 6-foot woman with a huge head. That's all I got. Anyway.
He's got the weight down, right?
Yeah, fair.
Cody's tiny.
Did you see the Two Bears, One Cave where Bert was saying that he doesn't brush his teeth? until like the middle
No,
of the day?
I need to watch them all eventually because there's Tom Segura and Burt Kreischer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like both of them, so I'm sure I would enjoy that.
Let me ask you this question because it stems from like
Okay.
Cody dressing up in front of the mirror. How soon after you wake up do you brush your teeth?
It's usually like the first or second thing I do, depending on how bad I have to be.
Right? Burt Kreischer doesn't brush his teeth until like an hour or two into his morning.
I mean, what does he do before that takes an hour?
Maybe exercises. Maybe he takes.
Okay.
Well, let me go further.
doing-
Let me go further.
Okay.
Maybe he takes an exercise. Maybe he eats. Maybe he gets coffee. Maybe he takes a pool shower. Yes, a pool shower. He doesn't really bathe.
Takes a pool shower.
He's he literally fucks dogs and smells like shit, dude.
I mean,
Does he not get morning breath? He doesn't believe in morning breath, Cody.
I don't know. I feel like I know a lot of people at that age that just, they don't care.
Well, that's disgusting.
At least he does it, right?
Like sometimes. There's also the same man that drinks a gallon of Kool-Aid a day. Like...
That was one of the funniest stories I've ever heard in my life.
By the way, if you guys, so a quick breakdown: his defense is he water picks every day and cleans his tongue.
Water picking is good.
If you guys didn't know, I'll fill you in on the story. Burt Kreischer, resident racist, shit smeller, dog fucker. He drinks a gallon of Kool-Aid every day, or near every other day, because he doesn't like water. Fat. He's so fat. Much fatter than Tom.
Yeah. And he acts fat. He's not just like a fat guy who's like a normal.
Yeah,
Like, he acts like an obese person.
He likes food.
Respect it.
He drinks a gallon of Kool-Aid a day. So this translated into a modern day scenario for me. You know what Arizona iced tea is, Kyle?
Yeah.
Do you know how much sugar is in Arizona iced tea?
It's a lot. I know that.
There's like 60 grams of sugar in one of the lemonade ones. They're 99 cents. So the tall boys are 99 cents. They're tall cans. They're delicious, by the way. Part of the chat, good friend Cody, friend of the family. You decided.
Top right of the screen.
You could say his image in the top right of the stream. Cody decided that he wanted to try Arizona iced tea, so he tried the green tea one, decided that he liked it, and I was like, yeah, try the lemonade one as well. So then he went to go get the lemonade iced tea one, and then he drank two of them back to back, and I started laughing. Just started laughing at him. He said, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "Cody, you just drank like 94 grams of sugar."
Yeah.
In one sitting. Like that's more than some people have in a fucking week.
That's good. That's what's it called? Arnold Palmer, half and half.
So good.
That one's really good. If I go for like something else besides water and coffee, it's usually either that or like a seltzer, like a black cherry seltzer or something. But I haven't had those in a long time.
Anyway, my little skinny diet boy is full of Arizona iced tea. So, with all that being said, with Cody being a lady, with us talking about sugar, there's been a conversation that we've been going back and forth through a lot recently, and it comes with the protests and the riots in considerably liberal areas or liberal cities, and you being in New York, I won't disclose your city, of course, but you being in New York, you've been close to that.
Enough to the city.
Yeah, me being in California, I've been close to that, and then the California fires are going on right now, and then terrible California laws are being passed. Ideally, I wanted to, as my career continues to grow, as we continue to bring more people in here, like, there's no doubt in my mind that I'll blow up and everything will be great and I'll continue to make money. I wanted to pull you guys to California and have our streamer house. But as California becomes more of the way it is, I've started defaulting a lot more towards Texas, surprisingly enough. And I thought that I would live my entire life in California. I was set on living near the beach, because I absolutely love the beach with my whole heart. I want to be able to see it every day. But the drastic changes, I live in a pretty conservative. Texas is cheap. It's much cheaper than California. I live in a pretty conservative town.
It's not very cheap, especially if you're in like the city like Austin.
Yeah.
Like those are, you know, they're big cities. But if you live in like a suburb outside of it, it's a lot cheaper than most places in California and downstate New York City and Long Island.
So my thought from there was like, I want to live a life where I'm, because Cody and Jake and I have been talking about it a lot more. Like, I want to live a life where I'm surrounded by my friends. The best way to do that would be get a house together, and then we'll live together until one of us gets married, and then we'll slowly start peeling off, and it'll be like the best few years of our lives or something. It'd be an absolutely amazing time. But I want to, like, fish and hunt, and I want to spend Colt Farm 100%. I want to grow neat little plants outside, and like be able to grab my own food just from the garden out back. And aside from all those things, like you can do that in California. We have our own garden here. But aside from all those things, I see the drastic change, the drastic change for chat.
Drastic.
I see the change that's happening in these super progressive cities. I see what's happening on the news. I really don't think like I want to get to know any more people unless they start weaseling their way into my life, which I mean I wouldn't mind because I'm a stubborn person. I'm terribly stubborn. If they start weaseling their way into my life and we become friends after a while, then that's a whole different thing. But like I like my friends, I like the people, I like my family that I've made, and I want to move somewhere to where we can go fish and we can go hunt and we just have space to ourselves. We don't have to worry about crazy laws affecting our daily lives. And I think I always wanted to live on the coast, but the more I thought about that and the more we've been talking, and probably you've inspired a lot of this too, the more we've been talking about the pussifications of the coastal cities and how expensive it is and the drastic changes that they've been making along the coasts. Like, I really don't know if I can see myself living along there in the next 5 or 10 years. Maybe having like a beach house or something, which would be a whole separate thing, but actively spending time there.
Probably.
Yeah, actively spending time there. It's just like the quality of people is different too. The further away you go from the coast, the quality of people is different. And I talked about this, I think, 1 or 2 podcasts ago about
we've talked about this.
Yeah, having your community. Like, I would like neighbors. I think, like, just I don't need to know all about them. Just if they're generally good people, then sure, that's fine by me. But there's these coastal cities move so fast, like so incredibly fast. LA is a mess. New York City is a mess. There's just too much going on there. And with me being involved in the tech world, in the internet world already, like, I'll probably just have a major panic attack if I spend. I could never move to LA. That's 100% for certain. But I guess the whole point of this is, hey, you want to move to Texas with us in a few years?
I mean, it depends. It would be the same thing as moving to California for me. The location to me does not matter as much to I think is the location to you. I would prefer to stay on the coast. I'm sure, just like you would, because we both grew up close to a beach.
I just want to be near a body of water. That's what I decided with
like
Cody.
I feel like I kind of take it for granted that I live on an island because
Mm-hmm.
it is nice. I wouldn't want to be like, well, yeah, like you said, just like so far away from water that it's like, you know, you don't see it ever again, and you start to miss it. And then you have to take like a weekend trip just to go jump in a lake or something like that.
Yeah, I couldn't be too Midwest to where I'm like living in Kansas or something. Like if I live within 5 miles of a lake, ideally you'd be able to see the lake from your backyard, but 5 miles from a lake, we're fine. I'll vibe with that.
Yeah. No, so for me, it comes down to the amount of money. You know, and we talked about this a while ago. It would have to be worth the risk. The risk would have to be minimal because as of right now, like I have a really good job and
Hmm.
insurance, and I have stability. That if this coronavirus couldn't take away my job, I could do whatever. Like nothing will, you know.
Hmm.
And it's a guaranteed. It's signed in contract through a union, and there's pretty much nothing they could do as long as I do my job. I'll retire at 55 with
You fucking like
a
Guam?
really good pension, 401k, 457, and I'll be fine. Um, so like that is very appealing, especially nowadays where people have to work into their 70s, right? That I could coach a baseball team and still collect money on the side. Like I could go for a month long trip to a different country and just live, you know. Um, that's what's really appealing for like what I want for the future.
Hmm.
Um, but present me is like you don't know if that's what you're going to want to end up doing. You don't know if that's what you're going to want to stick to. Right now, you want to do something on the internet. You know, you want to push the boundaries, see what you could actually achieve
Yeah.
now. So that's why it's like, I have to think of both sides, especially for me because I do have a few years on you, so it's a little tougher for me.
There's something so enticing and so exciting to be like. I think it's part of because I work for myself, of course, but I work for, without getting too emotional, because if I think about it too much, it'll make me start crying. I work for everyone in chat because I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart, but also my friends, because my friends are my family, like my select group of like 6 people that I love from the bottom of my heart. If I got to wake up every day and see you fuckers in my house, that would warm my heart so much. To see my favorite people in the world and just make content with you guys and just do dumb shit all the time and like maybe set Jake on fire once or twice, like that'd be.
Out of his volition, we wouldn't want him to, but he would
Yeah,
want us
we wouldn't do it. That'd be the fucking life right there.
to. Yeah,
That'd be so
oh,
much
for
fun.
sure.
So I think I've been sitting on that a lot lately.
For me, and I talked about this with a coworker literally today. Um, she just got married and she's moved like 3 times in the last year. She's just got engaged. Um, and she was just talking to me about like because I was supposed to move out a year ago or so,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yeah, I pushed it back because I was going for this new job. But as soon as they call me saying that we start class, the day I start class, I get put at the new rate, which is it's a huge bump up in pay. And I have enough saved up where I could move out now, but it's almost to the point where like I may as well take the guarantee, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't take a dip into my savings. So I would end up paying more per month, but I'm also making more per month at the exact same time. So now I'm actually starting to look for places, and I've always wanted to live on my own. Like that's like always been something I wanted to do. And having to come home after school was like, I mean, I told you all about it. It's terrible. It's terrible living at home when you've had the experience of living on your own, or at least with a roommate.
I agree.
So that's been the hardest part of the last few years. But
It's there's
there's
obviously a
a
certain
light at the
sense
end
of
of the tunnel.
freedom, but I don't think you can really love your family until you get the fuck away from them for a little while,
That's so true. That
because
really is.
they start to get on your nerves real quick.
Yeah,
Um,
rightfully so. You've
yeah,
been with them for 18 years, locked in a house. Like you're gonna get sick of them eventually.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I just I want to keep working hard, working my ass off. Obviously, there's other reasons to change the world, all that jazz, but I've been on the GTFO phase for 6 years now. I'm sure I'll love them one day. Just one day, just 12 more years. Um, the idea that it's just like it inspires me so much and keeps me working so hard. The idea that I get to make videos with you guys, or the idea is like that we get to sit down and have Sunday dinners, or we just get to, if I want to play video games with
So
my
much
friends,
lasagna.
so much lasagna. The idea that I get to sit down and play video games with my friends, like in the same house,
Yeah.
that fucking
All the
that,
land parties we could have.
that'd be so awesome to me.
Honestly, the one of the hardest things over the years has been the time difference.
Yeah,
because I've pretty much always been on an early schedule to where. How many times have I woken up and you guys were still playing League the night before?
Yeah.
You guys are playing at 3, 4 a.m. while I'm getting up going to practice. Like, all right, guys.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely when we were younger.
Like that. That's always been a huge deal. Yeah, exactly, Eric. Your 5 hour difference. It's almost 12 there, or 6 hours.
Yeah, that's it's 8 hours plus for me.
Yeah, so that's
Crazy.
even further.
Like having people. There's just so many positives to it. Like always, the only negative I could think would be like, oh, moving scary, but there's so many positives.
So exciting for me.
Get me away.
Yeah, it's nothing but excitement to what the future is.
Just like
That's for sure.
the fucking idea that I could it. I replay it over and over in my mind again. Just like I could go make breakfast in the morning, and I could see you there crushing 12 pounds of lasagna and be like, yeah, this is how life is supposed to be. I could see Cody fucking failing to flirt with multiple women at once. I could see Jake getting a fucking tongue twister. Like, that's life right there, man. That's all I want to wake up to. And since I'm 23
exactly,
right now, or 23, I figure, like, you're not getting married anytime soon. You don't like her enough yet. So we got a few years in us. Be a fucking blast. You want to get married?
Yeah. Mostly
Just to put a stamp on it?
Legal benefits, yeah.
Pay less taxes. Do you want to
get a better mortgage.
Married to your
not right now.
Best friend?
We have to stay in California.
Oh yeah, we definitely couldn't go to Texas.
Definitely can't go to Texas. What'd you clip? I missed it. What did I say? Did I say something stupid?
Yeah, probably.
You got me, Eric. I don't know what I did. Cryptic killer.
What are you gonna say?
No, that I'll say it again. I mostly want to get married for legal reasons. Like it's not even like, is it taboo for people to just like not get married anymore? Like there's really no real reason. Like I'm not doing it for a religious purpose. I'm doing it for a ceremony. I'm doing it for tax purposes.
Well, like, yeah, I guess like I don't know if that's taboo. The point
mortgage together, like we have something, you know.
Yeah,
I don't care about the religious aspect at all.
The point of marriage is just like I put a stamp on it and let them know. Like, but honestly, if you're in a serious relationship, like if you can say that you're marrying someone, in my opinion at least, married life is probably like super different. But if you can say that you're marrying someone like confidently, like, well, yeah, I'd probably like marrying them doesn't actually change it. It's just the fact that they have a ring on and you guys get some tax purposes and you have some papers.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And they'll take half your shit whenever they're tired of you.
Unless you sign a prenup. But I mean, more and more people I feel like nowadays are not getting married, or at least aren't getting married as early.
Well, the divorce rate's pretty high.
They're waiting a lot longer. Divorce rate's like 40 something, right? It's ridiculous.
Well, it's just that like I feel like those numbers are skewed because you have to wonder what's the percentage of those that are military, what's the percentage of those that are after someone getting pregnant, what's the percentage of those that are before 20 years old. Like, it's a lot of kids.
Yeah. They're already starting with the foot in the grave. Yeah,
it's a lot of kids.
It's a preen pup.
Boo. Boo. Boo.
It's appreciated.
I disagree.
Appreciated.
Very disagreeable. You said you have to disappear at 6:45. Do you just want to transition taking some questions from chat?
I could go to like 7 or so.
Okay, what else you got for me then?
At 7 o'clock, I guess. Because you know what it is, I've never been to this place, so I don't know how far the drive is. I should have looked it up because that would have been smart for me.
That would have been the correct adult decision, but yeah.
All right, so give me a minute. Let me look it up.
In the meantime, while Kyle's looking it up, chat. Dude, that's I was gonna say, Shitty Jim, you really want me to? That's a conversation for off stream.
What did I miss?
That is a conversation.
No, they're on the left. Got them.
Oh.
Got them.
You give me PC
Okay,
case with no
we
RD
can
for
go, we
250.
can go for 10 more minutes. That's fun, and then we'll take chat questions.
I'll go for
Or we
11.
can just okay. What would I miss?
How do you feel about black rights, Kyle?
That was so poignant.
How many small cities can we power with Pup's Thirst? Yes.
All of them. What was it?
I listened
Oh.
to, and do you want to go ahead?
Okay.
If it's exciting, you can go.
Mine's exciting, but we mentioned it before, but I'll bring it up later. Go.
Okay. I was listening to a podcast recently about insurgent behavior in, I guess, since you will talk about, I guess since you brought up BLM, we'll talk about it, and we're going to walk the line. I'm very aware of what I'm saying. I'm not inebriated before I say this. There will be nothing controversial coming out of this.
Sorry.
Local streamer banned.
A lot of people. Oh, that's another thing. A lot of people have gotten banned recently for mentioning like Doctor Disrespect and stuff.
Really? And it, hey, take it back! Take it back! Take it back!
That's
if you guys ever want to have a conversation on this, it would be off stream. You feel free to join us in Discord. Feel free to chat about it. Feel free to type about it.
Destiny got departnered, by the way.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I think it's like it's going to be official this week on what their decision was, but I think as of right now, while they're in like the mod stage, he got departnered for.
All right, we'll get to that in just a second because that's really funny.
I don't even want to say it because if I repeat it, I don't want to be like taken out of context. But we could look it up later.
Okay. I will not speak for Kyle on this, but I will kind of speak for Kyle for the purpose of Black Lives Matter. Without going too far into the conversation, the protests have base, but I myself don't agree with the riots, and I'm pretty sure Kyle doesn't either. There is base, and most people want equality. Without going too far in the conversation, if you want to have a good conversation, then we'll do it off stream to where we're not literally under the watchful eye of Twitch admins. But that's about all I'm willing to share. Would you say that you agree to that, Kyle?
For the most part, yes. For all intensive purposes.
Destiny ban. I want to see why Destiny got banned.
For all intents and purposes.
He got suspended from Twitch. Okay, let's see.
That's what it was.
If you guys don't know who Destiny is, he's a very controversial streamer. He
political streamer, yeah.
Wait, what?
So recently he's been going through the arc of
Wait. Destiny got banned or a popular Destiny streamer?
No, Destiny. The streamer Destiny.
I don't think he did.
I 100% know he did.
No.
I watched an hour-long video on it today.
Oh, no, okay. This is it.
I was like, I literally watched him talk on Twitch today for an hour. Not on Twitch, but put out a video on YouTube.
Partnership. How do you feel about the inevitable collapse of our ecosystem by corporate greed? Bananas. For encouraging... What did he do? For encouraging violence.
Inciting violence, yeah.
The clip many people believe was the reason for the incident. Most of it for Black Lives Matter protest needs to fucking stop, adding that he wouldn't mind someone blanking the rioters. I guess I will say. Oh god, how am I gonna tiptoe my way around this quoting it?
Yeah. It's what he said when he got into a heated debate and then a bunch of people spam reported him and he got suspended.
Alright, chat. I'm gonna share this to the best of my ability. I don't want to full quote it because again, Twitch, watchful eyes. If that means that white militia dudes dealing with protesters in an aggressive manner, they have Destiny's blessing.
It's like you're trying to learn English for the first time and you're reading.
This needs to stop. It needed to stop a long time ago. Again, according to Destiny.
He's talking about the riots.
Yeah. Holy shit, Pokimane joined the Vtuber community. That doesn't surprise me.
Oh my god, I should have wrote this down and told you.
She's nuts.
Yeah, one of the things she worked on while she was on her break was like that. And then all the the stupid people who are obsessed with it freaked out, like you're just taking away from the VTuber community, you're trying to make a quick buck. And I was like, oh my god, people are like, these are like it's like a furry situation.
It's a
Like they will
virtual
defend it.
character that you just put your voice behind it. There's the reason
Yeah.
VTubers got like really popular. I actually didn't know it was a term. I'll just say virtual YouTubers because I'm not gonna use the term anymore. The reason they got really popular in the last month or two, well, I guess last 6 months, is because um, there was a girl doing virtual porn. I don't know her name still.
I know it because you know
I
why I
know
saw
it, but I don't know it. I feel like it starts with an E. Digital. Digital. Stelio. My friend is kind of cringe, but
I
you know it's not
forgot.
hurting anyone. Yeah, it's definitely not hurting anyone. What is her name? Project Melody. Project Melody.
Yeah, there it is. It definitely starts with an E. If I was a girl on the internet, I would only do that.
Yeah, 100%. No
I
one will
would
know who you are. You only have
never
your voice there.
oh my god, dude.
Yeah. So, uh, Project Melody was a VR porn girl, and I guess that's making the VR scene bigger. It does not surprise me. I want to like Pokimane so badly, man, because so VR porn stars also Twitch stream, by the way, just to let you know, hilarious. I want to like Pokimane so badly, by the way, like from the bottom of my heart. She seems like a good kid, but fuck, fuck.
What?
Does she just keep making decisions that's like easy for people to pile onto her?
Yeah, of course. I think that's also where a lot of the people that like her find the appeal. Is that she's just gonna keep making decisions that are like kind of like strictly for her best interest, and people know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's bannable? What I miss? What's bannable?
Porn star? I don't know.
On Twitch? I mean, you can be one. You can't just do it on Twitch.
According to who?
According to what's her name, who's a porn star streamer. Mia Malkova.
I don't really know Pokimane. Don't know I even know what she looks like, but is the issue she's exploiting her sexuality for money? Yes. It's not the history behind Pokimane or Mia Khalifa. Why is Eric just starts listing off porn stars?
Yeah, that's not how that works, Eric. It's
What's wrong with that? There's Mia Malkova. There's nothing wrong with it necessarily at all, Matt. It's just that I don't know. She's doing what makes her money. More power to her. It's just that the fact that she's exploiting because you can't really argue like they're exploiting, like is Xbox exploiting young men and women because they're making them spend they're making their parents spend $500 on new consoles. I see it's jumping on a market. Adults are by their own. That's the issue, is that it's not adults.
That's the business aspect, but Twitch does not moderate that way.
Yeah, it's not adults. That's the issue. And she has a bunch of controversy with her not being able to take criticism, whether or not that be constructive, and she gets herself involved in a lot of drama as well. She's definitely like the face of female Twitch, and I think that a lot of women don't necessarily agree with that because they want the face of female Twitch to be someone like Munition or Lily Pichu or Sweet Anita. You shouldn't encourage it, but she can't help it. It's the thing. The conversation is about like the influence that it might have for young women and how much it affects young men. I'm a big Sweet Anita guy. She seems great.
She's awesome.
Anyway, so Twitch wants annoying streamers. Whatever brings them money. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so with all that being said, that's a pretty just like beautiful flowing podcast. We kind of just grooved through that.
Yeah.
Chat, if you guys have any questions for us, feel free to ask them. Feel free to share them. Feel free to ask any questions you might have or any things that you want an opinion on.
No. Next question.
Of course, Cody's single. I have a question. Oh God, Henry. No. Henry. Henry. That isn't a question, Henry, and it shouldn't be.
Could be. Your
You
mic
sh-
is quiet.
Turn your. I've literally never been quiet.
Your mic is quiet. Quiet.
Quiet.
Quiet. Quiet.
Quiet. Quiet. It's also not a question, Henry.
Speaking of Pokemon, she's got 40K right now watching her.
40K viewers. Is she doing VR stuff? Is she dancing naked?
I told it. No, it's Among Us with
Oh.
Ludwig, Train,
Hi, Hangry.
Sykkuno, XQC, Valkyrie.
What's your opinion on jamming your ringer?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. Does someone who spent 6 years in jail for their early 20s for statutory deserve to be lambasted at 35 for it?
Statutory what?
I'm assuming statutory rape.
Okay. Well, just that's not like it.
That's actually
You hate
a really
Sykkuno?
interesting question. That's
What
a
is up, guys?
really.
Sykkuno here. I like Sykkuno. I don't know how to spell it.
Where'd the beard come from? I grew it. It came from my face. Consensual oral with someone who pretended to be 18? Oh, no, that's just cancel culture then.
I hate that.
Yeah, that's found out she was 15 and didn't disengage. I mean, he's stupid, but I don't care. Later found out Takashi's 13. Jesus! Yeah, it's...
Oh my god. Did you see Netflix?
Oh, you want to talk about cuties?
Oh my god, dude.
Should we talk about cuties while we're talking about child pterodactyls, child philanthropists, child podiatrists, child pediatricians?
So many child peas. Oh god.
Yeah, he got
Dude,
doxxed.
Unreal. There is actually a child's titty in the movie.
Is there?
Yeah.
No.
If you read the description,
Bare
like,
skin?
what to watch for? Yes.
You're fucking lying to me.
Bro, I'm not lying. Who did I see? Who's the crazy girl on YouTube? Shoe on Head?
Oh shit, she's old as fuck.
Old YouTuber.
She
yeah,
was hi everybody. What was her name?
Shoe on Head. I don't know.
Mock Boxy?
What? No.
Shoe on Head is Boxy, right?
I don't know. Maybe, dude. I don't.
Shoe on Head. It's Boxy.
June.
Hey everybody, Boxy here.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, that was her initial thing. There was child titty in the movie? You're fucking with me.
She talked about it. Yeah, no. Gorillas is sweet. What do you mean? We spend our life on the internet, Eric? That's how we know. But anyway, let me finish this. I don't know how she can't have been recommended. I watched a video like 4 years ago of her. I haven't seen her since, but anyway, I saw it. Like she has like millions of views, millions of subscribers. She's like, I'll watch the video, I'll tell you what happens so you don't have to. And she watches it and then reads like the description online on like Rotten Tomatoes, which gave it like a 94, because like why the fuck not?
Trolls.
Audience viewers gave it like a 4%, by the way.
Funny.
And she read it and she's like, yeah, and partial like you see like the chest of a child or whatever. And she's like, I thought that was an adult when I saw it. And like she realizes that like I was like, oh my god, like that's actually insane. She's like showing clips and putting like a clown face over like the parts. I was like, oh my god.
I got like maybe a minute and 30 seconds into a video. The guy was like, I'm warning you, like it's worse than you think, I'm warning you. And the first scene was like children twerking, like but going into it and humping the ground, and I was like,
yeah, like, and the angles they're getting are like from the bottom up, like it's clearly not like
I was like,
educational movie. Like
I feel like there's something wrong with me watching this. Like I feel like I made a mistake in life.
Like
it just led me to watch this. I closed out the video. I had to. Dude, it's like any rational person was like, what the fuck just happened?
The worst part is so Cuties is about a bunch of
kids fucking pup.
No, it's a bunch of young girls that want to join a twerking dance crew, but they're all like 11 to 13 or like 14 or something like that. But the way the movie's shot is with like provocative angles and dancing, like sexy dance. It's like so bad, dude. And there are people who are supporting it online who are saying the only reason why people are hating it is because it's by like a black woman who's like producing it or something like that.
Shocker.
Like that's why you think people hate it?
Shocker.
That's why?
Shocker.
You can't be
Shocker.
close-ups of
Shocker.
12-year-old twerking. Like no, that must not be it.
No, I got like seriously a minute into the video,
Oh
and I was
my
like,
God,
I'm a worse person for watching this. Like,
that
that's
got me
not
so
okay.
heated.
It's not okay.
Brought it up.
Welcome back to Kyle Rants, the podcast where Kyle rants.
That shouldn't happen. But yeah, we'd like gorillas. I mean, I think she's not like she's okay. I don't hate her. I don't like agree
Don't
with
know her.
everything.
Do we have anything?
Fresh
Any other
Shroud
questions in
merch.
chat?
I'm not Eric. I might get the mouse pad just because I could use a mouse pad upgrade, but I just got a new mouse. I have a fairly new Corsair keyboard, and I have a decent headset already, so I don't need one.
Do we have any other questions in chat? It's not bad things. It has to be the race. Yeah, it's actually disgusting, Pop. Like, it's despicable.
Don't watch it.
Has Netflix talked about removing it yet?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I didn't want to think about it. I like the keyboard, but I don't like the Logitech free keyboard.
Anyone else got
Hey,
any
the
questions in
Logitech
chat
keyboard's
before
fine.
Kyle has to disappear? Feel free to ask anything and everything.
Is there anything wrong with Logitech keyboards? What kind of keyboard do you have, Noble?
Corsair K70 Mark II.
Yeah, I have a Corsair. It's nice.
Why is the Chinese president memed as Pooh Bear? I have no idea.
I don't know. That's interesting. Remember, you know how Yao Ming is a meme? I always forget that. His face is like the one of the faces that was used in like the original FU. Do you ever think about that?
His
No?
face is one of the faces.
Like that's Twitch emotes.
I think you're a racist.
How do you feel about jamming your finger? I don't like it. Should PETAs be hunted in the streets? Probably not. It's a lot of cleanup. 2020.
Kyle, what is your dream job? King Lazan.
Okay. Dream job.
If you answer differently, it's gonna fuck up my head.
No, okay. That's perfect on the side. I don't want that as my main source of income and occupation. Like for actual. It was like the bitch please. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Bob. It's got to be something that's actually like rewarding, like a sense of fulfillment that I actually like use my head for and I work towards something. I don't know exactly what it would be, but I'd prefer it to be somewhere in the 500,000 a year mark.
This just in, Kyle Jordan, the newest VR streamer.
I don't need millions and millions of dollars. I also need more than six figures, but like I'm not picky. I want to live comfortably. I don't want to live there's a word, but I don't read enough to know it. You know.
Catch Kyle's next stream over at
Pornhub.
RedTube. I was thinking of not Pornhub. I was like, yeah.
The Vtuber. I'm not a good enough artist to draw something good, and I feel like I wouldn't like what other people depict me as.
What do you mean? A 6'9" pterodactyl king? Eric, what is going on with you, you little fuck?
Yeah.
Eric just out here naming websites, naming porn stars. Like, no.
And we're not even talking about it.
He just brings it up randomly. What's weird?
You gotta remember, it's midnight over there. You know, it's not.
Dude, all these kids, they're so fucking horny all the time. I don't get what it is.
Yeah, you're just talking about. Oh my god, come on, Eric.
Disgusting is what it is.
Talking about cuties and now
That's what it is. Why is it called cuties? Don't bring it up anymore.
You just say it out of the blue.
Chat, do we have anything else for Kyle or myself before Kyle disappears?
I gotta go swing some bats.
I'm glad that you didn't go with balls.
Yeah, I was going to. I just wanted to.
Eric will bring up his fucking porn addiction again and get weird.
Oh my god, Eric. Get a grip.
Who's a better kisser? Me or Kyle?
I don't know. It depends who takes initiative, me or him.
So fucking.
Oh God,
What?
no one clipped that.
That's so fucked.
Shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
Oh, I can't believe you've done this.
Oh, that's quality.
Hamill, do you work out? Yeah, Henry, I just changed my workout routine to where I changed my diet and I changed my workout routine to where I'm cycling. It is actually going to be on YouTube.
Do people call you by your last name?
It actually, like, Henry just started calling me by that because he's a weirdo, but then um, whenever I met people in Apex, they didn't realize that Noble was my first name. So they thought Hamill was the thing that I'm describing. They're using Noble as an adjective and treating Hamill as the thing I was describing. So they would call me Hamill and be like, "What's a Hamill?" Like, well, first of all, it's my fucking last name.
It's a hammer anvil, duh.
My last name. Really, what it is. But people used to call it's whenever that last name gets called, it's usually never good. Whenever someone yells out Hamill, so it's kind of shocked me a little bit. I had to get used to it.
Shitty Hamill, asshole Hamill.
It's not.
Chicken
There's
Hamill.
no good words when someone says that last name usually. Why is your Twitch channel not based around ham? Because I'm more of a fish type of guy. Anyway, Henry, yeah, I changed my workouts recently. I changed my diet, so I'm cycling, and going really well. The workouts are going really, really well. I actually feel strong as heck. I feel really good right now.
Strong as heck.
All right. It seems
Trying to
like
hitch a ride right now.
there's no more excitement for us to talk about. How much are you considering calling your community the Hamily? Not at all. Zero.
Oh God.
Zero
Are
chance.
you gonna come up with a name for your community?
I'll DM you. I can't say that on stream.
Because I actually came up with a name for mine. I don't know if I should say it on stream. Wait.
Go ahead and say it.
I thought I had a good name for yours, but I can't say it on stream. Oh, I'm getting red, dude. I made myself laugh hard. No, I can't say it.
Yeah, people like can take. Anita coined the term hammies the other day, which like I don't know. They can call themselves whatever they want to. I don't want to call it like a group. What was your name for your stream, people?
Stream watchers, stream goers.
Ah.
No, I'll tell you after stream what I was gonna say. It's a good one. It's a good one.
I also have to DM you.
Oh, what a messed up thought.
All right, chat. I think on those giggles, on those laughs, on those gaffs, on those goose, that'll be it for the Two Broken Escalators podcast. Kyle, if you'd like to sign off, we will be back next Wednesday, by the way, unless of course Kyle has more trouble with his scoliosis. But we're working out those kinks.
Yeah, maybe Tuesday. Actually, we'll chat later about it. I have some ideas. But scoliosis is fixed. We should be fine. Eric, thanks for staying up, Eric. I appreciate it. Specifically you. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Sorry for the short one today. Just have some issues came up that we couldn't account for, but we'll do an extra long one next week. How about that? Sound good?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, everyone.